Sorry, Mario. So I've got your name, yeah.
Yeah.
No, so yeah. So like I was saying, it's a shame that at the moment you haven't got a platform because it's great.
Yeah, we were thinking about getting like a website or we get on social media and stuff. Because I mean, for me personally, I'm nowhere on social media. I just don't really feel the need to. But I think in terms of like if you're in a band or if you're in any sort of like social aspect, you need to be on social media to be able to promote your brand and
definitely,
all that.
No, 1,000,000%. And that's like kind of what I promote to people in the sense of, so for example, let's say you had like mariosdrumming.com. So the reason, of course, we can use social media, YouTube's, Instas, etc. But they're not yours. So the reason I promote and encourage people to get your own like website because it's unique to you. So like I said, if you had mariosdrumming.com, then that's personal to you. And then imagine all the stuff what you've done to do with drumming, with websites, your own one. You can always organise and structure it better. And like a driver's license, it just opens up lots of doorways. So what got you into your drumming?
Oh, my dad. Oh, bless him. From like a really young age, I had this electric drum set. Absolutely drove my neighbours nuts. I can't lie though. Oh god, but yeah, no, my dad, he was a drummer as well.
Okay, it's in the blood then.
Yeah, it's all in the blood.
Okay.
Same with all my mates in the band. They're all their like their mums, dads, and all that. They're all musicians. I don't know what it is.
Okay,
but it is genuinely through blood.
Oh.
My drummer, bless him. My dad, he was a drummer, bless him. He passed away not long ago now. And yeah, no, that was like his thing. Like every single weekend we would go and we would play the drums, and oh my god, it was just. It was amazing, honestly.
Definitely a passion. Sorry?
I'd give anything to like just play side by side with them again, honestly.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. I like to think they're up there waiting for you, and you can do that duo at some point in the future.
So,
but
waiting for the days.
No, definitely. But like you said, I mean, I think we all do. This is a bit of a stepping stone for you, isn't it? The sales, because going back to like Maslow and the actualization. At the end of the day, we've got to put food on the table.
Exactly.
So our passions go out the window, which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah, it is a shame, but you know, I've got a fiance now. I've got to make sure that we're all, you know, get a nice things, you know, all that.
No, yeah, definitely. But are you still like your band? Do you do gigs and stuff?
Do you know what we did a little bit ago? We sort of like were going to like different places, like and doing that, and we were sort of like the entry band onto like certain shows and stuff like that, and then we sort of like slowed down a bit more because we're all just getting busy with like life stuff going on at the minute. I mean, our main singer, he has a throat condition at the minute, so he's not really able to sing as much, so sometimes I'll have to do that kind of stuff. Or one of our bassist, he sings a little bit, so stuff like that as well that we're having to sort of just deal with. And yeah, it can be sometimes difficult, especially with our schedules. Oh my god! I mean, one of them is like he's an engineer, like, you know what I mean. He's doing, I think it's plumbing and electric, like works and stuff like that for councils. So he's always out and about. He's on call like 24/7 pretty much. So it's a nightmare trying to schedule in with somebody like me who works just like 9 to 5 versus like another one of our colleagues who works nights.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So he's a security guard, so he works nights.
Okay.
So it's a bit of a nightmare trying to like schedule us all together, but when we do get together, those are the best days. You just jam out and everything flows and you're good.
Yeah, proper creative environment.
Yeah, everything just goes and you just don't stop. Honestly, the time just goes. You're there for like 3, 4, 5 hours and you're like, felt like only 5 minutes.
Yeah, it just goes like that. See, for example, being a drummer, if you ever thought of other ways you can kind of monetize it, in the sense I had a guy who worked as a carer, but he was studying psychology and he loved chess. I mean, what about like, is the workshops, is the teaching, is the like even like drumming YouTube channels? So for example, I had a girl in yesterday, she does embroidery, and she's like, you know, some embroidery videos are getting 8-10 million views. What's it like for drumming? Because once again, that's another element, you know, to monetize.
I think monetization wise for like drumming especially, you're sort of like entry level is doing like covers of like already popular songs and stuff like that, especially the British classics. Like doing stuff like that, you'll get a lot of good like monetization. Then you've got like all the different types of songs, or like American classics and music.
Okay.
Doing covers is good to get your name out there and to definitely get like a followership.
Do you do that?
Viewership. Sometimes I will. That was back more when I used to play guitar a little bit, and I sort of did a couple of guitar covers and stuff like that. Not so much anymore.
Okay. How come? I'm just curious because so you've been doing drumming probably since you was young with your dad,
since I was about what was it? I mean, I'm 21 and on the 29th.
Okay. So you've like mastered your craft.
Yeah, I've been drumming pretty much.
So
longer than I've had pants on. You know what I mean? Since what I've
so can you see how powerful it is? Like what I find with speaking to people, the one thing they haven't done, including myself, is organised and structured things in one place. Imagine all the stuff you've done, the videos, the content. Like if you had that now on like Mario drumming, that's so powerful.
Like monetized a lot earlier as well. If I'd have done that earlier, maybe I'd have been full-time drumming. Maybe I wouldn't have had to go into like all the fields and stuff like
it's
that.
not too late, even without the monetizing. It's the organisation, because you must have so much videos that you've got over the years that if that was on a website now. Sorry, is it this one?
It's behind us.
Oh, is it behind us? Oh, sorry, because I usually drop them over there.
Yeah, no, you're alright.
Cool, I'll follow the nav. So what I find is that the thing, well, a lot of people haven't done is organised it. So imagine if you would have, and you can still do it.
Yeah, I've still got loads of time to do it. Don't get me wrong.
Just to upload things, and if people go on it, they're like, wow, Mario's like an authority.
Yeah.
Because you've mastered your craft. The learning curve and the experience what you've got is like priceless.
Exactly, yeah. I was gonna say like that's. I did start going into like some other instruments, not just for the sake of like going into them, but just because then I'd learn them. Because you sort of, if you learn one instrument, especially if you learn like piano or guitar, you sort of can. You learn like the theory of the other ones as well. So it is something that is good. But drummers especially, I know out there definitely, we never follow sheet music. We never follow rules. So it's a bit of a nightmare for us. But otherwise, that's why I did that just so I could understand my bandmates a bit better when they're playing. It's sort of like, okay, so if I do this, that's how it affects them and stuff like that. So it's sort of it's a push and pull relationship with it.
Can I ask another question?
Yeah, of course.
If someone offered you $1 million and said you can take the $1 million cash, but you can never touch a guitar stick ever again in your life, would you take the $1 million?
Absolutely not.
Come on.
I couldn't.
Think of what you could do with $1 million.
$1 million would get me far, do not get me wrong. But it's that enjoyment. You've got to have the passion for your work. And I feel like if I had that $1 million, I'd just be stagnant. They'd be avoiding me life. I wouldn't do anything.
Couldn't touch a drumstick.
Couldn't touch a drumstick. Couldn't touch a guitar. Nah, I couldn't do it. I'd have to, I don't know, find something else that I'd enjoyed. And realistically, spent 20 years trying to find something else.
It'd be difficult.
Find it, so.
Are you okay here?
Yeah, he is lovely. Thank you so much. Again, I appreciate it.
No, thanks for that.